All right, Clearwater second graders, hopefully you have your paper and pencil with you. If not, just go ahead and pause the video, go get that paper and pencil, and then come on back. Now what we're going to be working on today is the idea of multi-digit addition. First, kind of starting with some review of expanded form, which was one of the activities you did last week, just working on some expanded form using our squares represented hundreds, our sticks or lines representing tens, and then our dots representing ones. So for instance, you're gonna be drawing these. Now, of course, you don't want to draw them so big that we only fit one problem per page. You want to draw them small enough that we hopefully fit a few problems on a page, but not so small we can't really tell what we're doing. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to kind of do the first one with you, and then we'll practice a few more, and then we'll start working on the addition aspect of that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to write this number 342. Now, when we have that number 342, let's remember we've got our ones place, our tens place, and our hundreds place, just like that expanded form. And in looking at that, we see we have three groups of 100. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my 300s here. Now I'm a little tight on space because these are kind of big, so I'm going to put them right there. Then we go to the next number, our tens place, and it says that we have four groups of 10. I'm going to go ahead and pull these here. And I made these kind of thick so you could hopefully see them pretty well. So we have three groups of 100, four groups of 10, and then we need our two ones. So then thinking about writing that again in that expanded form, we would have 300, because we have 300s, plus 40, because we have four groups of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, plus two more, 342. And that's going to be a step that we do as we go and work on these. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to erase what I did. I'm going to put mine back up. This is just kind of like my little work area, so you don't have to watch me draw all these. Let me just quickly move them out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another number here. On your piece of paper, you are going to build it by drawing the squares for 100, the tens, the lines for 10, and the dots for ones. Let's go with about 253. Go ahead and pause the video, draw that on your paper, and come back and check it. And you should have done two groups of 100, five groups of 10, and three ones. Now, I did forget to tell you to write that also in expanded form. So you're going to go ahead and pause video and write that in your expanded form. Those two groups of 100 give us 200, plus that 50, plus the 3 for 253. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to try another one. Let me move these back up. You're kind of moving down to the next space. If you need to draw a line across your paper to kind of separate your workspace, go ahead and do that. And we'll do one more of these, and then we'll start building some multi-digit addition problems. Let's go with about 400. 25. 425. Pause the video, draw that, come back. You've got your 400, two groups of 10, and five ones for 425. And then in expanded form, write that out in expanded form. Pause the video. 400 plus 20, two groups of 10 give us 20, 10, 20, and five ones, 425. Alrighty. Now what we have to start thinking about is what happens when we want to add two numbers that are in these triple digits. Well, it's going to be kind of the same thing we were just doing. So what we're going to do, let's think about that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide this into two groups. So we're going to act like as though we have two separate groups. On this side, I'm going to write this a little smaller. We're going to say 123. And over here, we're going to say 241. Okay? So on your paper, if you could, make yourself a little T-graph like I just did. Write 123 on one side, 241 on the other. And what I want you to do is go ahead and build each of those. You kind of see how I'm doing it. There's my 123. I've got my 200, 20, 30, 40, and my 1. Okay. Now with that, I've got my 123 and my 241. Now I'm going to go ahead and write that in expanded form. I've got my 100 plus 20 plus 3, and hopefully you're doing that as well. Do it on the other side for that 241. Now you've got your 200. Plus we had 4 groups of 10. That gives us the 40. And one more. Now when we look at that, when we're adding these, we always want to make sure we are starting with those ones first. Now if I look, I've got 3 ones over here and 1 1 over here on this side. 3 plus 1. In fact, if I even move those together, we are going to have now 4. I'm going to move my 10s on over, and it's going to get kind of crowded over here. And now I have 6 groups of 10. And if I move my hundreds, we'll just kind of stack them. We can still see them. So now, when I added those together, I've got my 4 1s, my 6 10s, and my 3 groups of 100 for 364. All right, let's try one more of those. I'm going to go ahead and erase. What you could do on your paper is kind of set yourself up another T-chart if you need to. Go ahead and turn the paper over if you run out of space, if necessary. And on this side, let's go with 217 plus 120. So first thing, we've got our T-chart set up. Go ahead with your pencil and build those. Pause the video and write it, draw it out with your squares for 100, your lines for 10, and your dots for 1. So you've got our 200, 1 group of 10, and 7 ones for 217. Then we've got our 120. Do I need any circles for ones? No, I do not. There is 0 in the ones place, so 120 is going to look like this. 100, 110, 120. I'm going to write the equation in expanded form. So 200 plus 10, because we just have this one group of 10, plus 7. And then we have 100 plus 20. And honestly, I don't even need to write the 0 for the ones. I can leave it just like that. Now we're going to add those together. So we're going to actually move. Well, we have no ones over here. So we're just going to keep our ones right where they are on this side, because 0 ones plus the 7 ones we have is still going to be 7. Now over here we have 2 groups of 10. We're going to add it to that single group of 10. So now we have 3 groups of 10 And now we have 3 groups of 100 because we had one group of 100 plus these 2 groups of 100. And now our new full answer, we have 7 ones, we have 3 groups of 10, and we have 3 groups of 100, or 337. We could also do 300 plus 30 plus 7. Now, on the video link that you're going to do after this, it's going to connect you to Pearson, and you are going to be doing a worksheet that follows along in this exact format. All right, good luck, have fun.